Today I'll be reviewing Pokemon Journeys episode 31, Feebas's Pretty Skill. So, the plot of this episode was highly predictable. We kinda all knew, or at least considered, that Feebas was gonna evolve by the end of the episode after seeing the Prism skill. Like, it's such a classic Pokemon formula episode. The only thing worth talking about in this episode is the characterization of Koharu in this episode, and how she might have grown as a character. So early on in the episode, we see her asking Ash and Go for help since they know more about Pokemon than her, and her acknowledging what some would consider a flaw in her character is the first step towards her growing in this episode. So one of her brother's friends, Nami, is having problems with her classmates because they think her Feebas is weird. So she asks Ash and Go for help, and they tell the children that Feebas is a great Pokemon, but they don't take Go's word for it. So later on in the episode, they decide that they'll enter a Pokemon contest in the Hoenn region for kids. Ash says he wants to, but apparently it's for children younger than him. So Ash and Go get excited, meanwhile Koharu sighs. And then her dad, Professor Sakuragi, tells her that if you don't try, you'll never succeed. And I like how he gives a highly inspirational yet simple quote, because it's true, Koharu hasn't really tried anything, so she hasn't failed at anything either necessarily. Which also means she hasn't accomplished anything either because she hasn't tried anything. So this episode was the first time that we actually saw Koharu take the initiative to try and do something. So after that, they begin their training for the contest, and I like how Ash instantly starts to do battle training. But then Koharu corrects him and says that in order to win a contest, you need things like beauty and cuteness too. I saw a lot of people take just Koharu having knowledge about contests even though she researched it earlier in the episode. I saw some people take that and ran with it and said that this means that she may possibly do contests in the future. And I think that's not even a possibility at this point, to be honest, because they don't have contests in Galar at all. And I know the next games are Sinnoh remakes, and Sinnoh does have contests. Kanto also has contests, but she's in school right now, so I don't think she'll be doing contests in any region. Plus, I'll need a lot more than this one episode to confirm or even theorize that she's possibly going to even do contests. But that aside, next we move on to the second part of Koharu's growth during this episode. So we find out that Nami can't swim, so Koharu offers her help after seeing that Nami really wants to try doing this. And that's pretty new for her character, for Koharu to go out of her way to offer help. I think that's another sign of her growth and character development that I'll talk more about in the end. And Go even comments by saying, I thought you weren't interested in Pokemon at all. And so she just blushes in embarrassment and says to be quiet. And she also says that seeing Nami and Feebas work so hard made her want to cheer them on. Now we move on to the later half of the episode. So after that, they get to Hoenn, and Go tries to catch, or he does catch, a Wingull, and then talks about his dream to catch all Pokemon. And Koharu awkwardly asks him dream with a question mark, as if she hasn't heard him say this since like episode 1. But that aside, they decide to do the contest. Feebas does decent, well, and then Team Rocket shows up, and Feebas magically has a prison scale on it, and through the power of friendship, it evolves into Milotic. The animation looked nice on that, but we kind of all saw this coming, and it was pretty convenient for Feebas to just have a prism scale on it. Especially when earlier in the episode they mentioned, or the two professors were talking about, it takes time and it's hard to evolve a Feebas into Milotic. And now this 5-year-old just has one now. Cool. So after Feebas evolves into Milotic, they defeat Team Rocket, and Feebas wins the contest as Milotic. And at the end of the episode, we see Koharu says that Pokemon sure are amazing, with an inspired look on her face. And the narrator even comments by saying her heart was moved by it. And that's like one of the second time within the last 3 episodes where the narrator comments on Koharu's thoughts about Pokemon. So I think we're definitely going somewhere with this. I'm not sure what Koharu's goal in the series is going to be at all as of right now. Like, I don't even have a clue, and we're like 30 episodes in. But I'm sure they'll continue to dive more into what Koharu will do later on. So this was a nice episode, even though it was highly predictable. I think this was a good teaching and learning moment for Koharu, like when she asks Ash and Go for help, since they know more about Pokemon than her. And then when her dad tries to tell her you'll never succeed if you don't try. And when she offers Nami help because she wants to see her win. It all led to the ending of the episode where her last words are, "Pokemon sure are amazing." So I think this episode may go a long way into what Koharu will do in the future. With that being said, let me know what you thought of this episode in the comment section below. Be sure to like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and bye.